welcome back to the channel. I am so glad that you're here, and oh my god, it is 2025. I think last time I posted a video was months ago, so I am so sorry about that. I have had a couple crazy last months of the year, but I am so happy to be back, and I'm glad to say that I'm going to be here a little more regularly because I just quit my job and I'm gonna go back to being a full-time artist. So that means a lot more videos, a lot more content, and a lot more time together. So these last couple months have been crazy, but at the same time not that much. I have done a lot of what I feel like has been growth with my art and with myself, but at the same time I haven't really done a lot here, and I want to change that so bad because, like I said, I want to commit to my art, and I am so glad that now I'm gonna be back to having more time to edit my videos and to come and record and talk. So I was thinking for a while what I should do first after being gone for so long and starting a new year. Like, what do I want my first video to be about? And I think that the way that I want to come back is by starting with a little update and talking a little bit about the art and media that I've been consuming and that has been inspiring me so much right now, some of my current projects, and maybe even sketch with you guys while I talk about it, because I want to work on my sketchbook a lot more this year. This is one of my goals for this year. Since I didn't do a resolutions video and talking about what my goals are for the next year, I think I want to talk a little bit about what my goals are for this year, because it's just February, it's just starting, and it's never too late. It doesn't matter if it's the middle of the year, the end of the year, it's never too late to start a goal. So I really feel like I'm trying to let go of January right now, because part of me is still a little upset that I didn't start with my goals in January as everybody does, and the new year, new me mindset, but it just didn't work out that way, and it's okay because the world doesn't end when January ends. So now at the beginning of February, I'm starting all of that. I started by working with my organization in my workspace. I feel like the best way to start a new year, a new anything, is by working on your space and organizing and having a clean place to work. So I don't know if you might notice that my background looks a little bit different but also familiar. I was feeling like I needed to come back to this little corner where I first started painting. I usually move my desk everywhere around the house. Like, sometimes I just feel like I haven't found the perfect spot and I need to try different corners in my house. But I can say now that I have tried all of them and nothing beats this corner. I always come back to this. Every time I move somewhere else, I move back to this corner. So I think it's the one. Also, I want to show a little bit of a haul because I wanted to go shopping for some things to use on my sketchbook, since another goal of mine for this year is that I am going to be using my sketchbook a lot more. And I've said this one before, I think this is a goal that I tell myself every single year that I'm gonna do, but this time I want to do it a little bit different, because usually I have multiple sketchbooks because I like to keep everything organized, and each sketchbook, each journal has a different purpose. So usually I have a sketchbook where I practice my drawings, my pencil drawings, and I still have that, and I do want to work more on that one. But what I am talking about is more like sketching just for creativity. Because of that, I wanted to get some different things to use on a different media, because right now I only use my acrylics and my charcoal pencils. Those are like the only two things I ever use. So I went to Michael's and I went shopping, so I wanted to show you what I got. The first two things are actually not sketchbook related, even though I could use them on my sketchbook. But as you know, I also love my books. I love reading. I love annotating my stories, my books, my biographies, everything. So I went and bought myself these two new sets of highlighters, and they're so cute. This one first I bought because they were like pastel colors, and I love some pastels. I really needed some new highlighters anyways. I think right now the only one I have is like that neon yellow one, which I love the neon ones as well, don't get me wrong, but I needed ones anyways, and I found these cute pastel ones, so of course I had to get them. And then as I was walking out, like I was on my way to the register, I spotted these ones, And these ones, they're really tiny. I think you can see a picture here of what they really look like. So these are just more for like on the go. If I'm gonna go read at a coffee shop, or you know, I'm just going out and I bring just my book and maybe one or two things, I can bring this little set of mini highlighters and they look like candy. So of course I had to buy them. Then now specifically for my sketchbook, I got myself a set of gouache paints because I haven't used gouache in years. I started my Instagram where I post my art by doing watercolor and gouache paintings. So it's kind of crazy that I haven't used gouache in literal years, and this is gonna be the first time that I use it in so long. So I hope that I still got it. So we're gonna see if maybe I need to still warm up before I am good with these. I also got myself a set of the jelly gouache that also I had in 2019 or 2020. That was like the one thing I used every day for all of my posts on Instagram. That was like the only thing I used for painting. This is the first time I'm opening it. It's so cute. Has this palette for mixing the paints. It has a little chart with the different colors there are on the set, and obviously the jelly. Oh, and it has some brushes. It has a little set of 3 brushes. It's pretty big. This is a set of, wait, how many colors? 24 colors. Oh, it says it on the front. And last, I bought a set of markers. So I bought the Crayola set because I was looking at all the different sets of markers, and just because they were artist grade, some of them were like really expensive, and of course that makes a lot of sense. And if you're making art with the markers, valid. I just think that because I am only gonna be using these markers for my little personal sketchbook, that I don't really intend to be sharing or, you know, doing anything that anybody else will see, I didn't really mind buying something that was a little cheaper. And it doesn't mean that it's bad. I haven't tried these ones at all, so I'm gonna be doing a little test and seeing the quality of them. I am going just by the price comparison when I'm saying that I assume these are not as high of a quality as the others, as one would assume, because this one cost me just like $5. So yeah, I don't really mind if they're not the best quality or not. I'm not saying they aren't, but I bought the pastel set because, like I said, I love pastels, and this is the little colors that are in it, and I'll be using these for sketching my ideas on my sketchbook. So yeah, those are the things I wanted to show you guys. There was not a lot because, like I said before, I feel like a lot has happened but also not. But this year will be so exciting. I already have so many plans for this year that are coming soon. Some of them are soon, some of them are far, but it's just so fun knowing that this year is already loaded with a lot of fun stuff coming. So that's super exciting, and I will be here more often. That is a promise. Right now my goal is to be back at making videos twice a week like I used to a couple years ago before I started my job. So now that I am completely back and committing to my art, that will be also happening. And for next video, I also will be sharing a little bit more of the painting that I'm currently working on right now, because I feel like I wanted to do this separately because I feel like there's so much I want to share about that other painting I'm working on. Since like a lot of my paintings, I take inspiration by some of the pages in my journal, and I wanted to make a video focused only on that. So next video, expect that. And for now, I will leave you. I will see you next time, and thank you so much for being here. Have a great year. I know that it's so late for me to say that. It's literally February, but bye!